Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Do you have a desire to improve your English skills or get it to the next level? So this lesson is going to be really special for you and really helpful since today I'm going to inject into your vocabulary 15 advanced verbs which are necessary to know to become really confident and speak like a native speakers and to become a confident speaker of English. So if you're interested in this video, keep watching this video and let's get going. So the verb number one for today is to conciliate. What does this verb mean and how to use it in our ordinary life? To conciliate means to stop someone from being angry, furious, or even belligerent. For instance, she conciliated her daughter buying her the doll that she wanted. And it means that maybe your daughter was really angry at your mother that she didn't buy her the doll or the toy that she wanted. And now your mother just pressed your anger, conciliated her buying and purchasing that doll that she has been dreaming for a long time. Another example, the daughter accidentally smashed the vase, the favorite vase of your mother, and to conciliate her injury, she purchased a new one, going to the supermarket and buying there, and came back with a surprise for her. And she conciliated her injury actually. So if you got it, let's go to the next one. So the number one verb for today is to reconcile. To reconcile has two meanings. First is to restore the friendship, or to make up with the friends. For instance, she reconciled her past friends who were quarreling for a long time, for example. Yeah, so she restored their friendship, maybe using some methods to make up their friendships so that they become again, so that they can become friends again. And another meaning is to make some different things, some opposed things to go together. For example, if you do or learn something which is completely different but you like them, but maybe it's your hobbies like drawing and studying English, you can just reconcile these two activities together, and even they are maybe opposed and not so actually they're not so actually compatible with each other, but you just reconcile them, and you can reconcile your English courses and drawing courses together, doing it every time. Yeah. So the next, the third word for today is to embellish. So to embellish means to decorate something by adding some details to something. For instance, we trimmed our Christmas tree and we wanted to embellish some details. We want to embellish this tree with lights and bubbles, like with colorful bubbles, which will look much more alluring and make our tree shine a lot. Yeah. So just embellish your tree, and it means that you have added some details, some lights, yeah, bubbles that we have previously mentioned, and that it looks much more alluring, much more fabulous, and really like fantastic. So means to embellish means to add something, some details, yeah, to something to make it much more better. Another example, she embellished your essay writing some, adding maybe some points, uh, which are like explaining the main idea of the text. So the main idea of your essay was explained by embellishing some details, some maybe explanations of some events or some stories that she has been mentioning in your essay. So if you got it, to embellish means to decorate something by adding some details. It's really important to know, and you can just use this every time in every sphere of your work, maybe in your usual life, and hope that it will be really helpful for you. So number four is the verb to flounder. To flounder. So to flounder means to not to say anything, to clam up. You know what is clam up? It's a phrasal verb which means to not say anything, to be silent. Yeah. To it means that to clam up. To flounder means to clam up, not say anything because you feel so really ashamed or embarrassed, discomfited by something because of some situation that has happened here before, and like you can't say anything because you feel so really embarrassed. For instance, she has slipped up or she has made a mistake, and she floundered when her boss asked what happened. She just was really ashamed. She was really discomfited because of the situation, so she couldn't say anything. So to flounder means to just completely say anything, to be silent because you've made some mistake, you have just slipped up. As I mentioned, yes, slip up means to make a little mistake, or to make a little mistake which can be even sometimes really harmful. And so to slip up, she slipped up and she couldn't say anything because she was completely embarrassed and went red just. So if you got it, let's go to the next one. Number 5 is to invigorate. To invigorate, it's the verb that means to give strength or to add some maybe advantage to something. For example, doing exercise every day can invigorate your body, grow quicker and much more fitter. Like, you will be fit as fetal, you will be really healthy, so it invigorates your body, grow really quickly. So another example, learning English daily can invigorate your level of English, so that you'll be improving your English of level step by step and you'll get higher. So means that your like daily routine of learning English, of studying, it can also invigorate your level of English. So just write down a lot of comments below, completing some sentences with the word invigorate. Number 6 is to forage. What does forage mean and how we can use in our sentences? So I have a clue for you. To forage is actually related to the food or refer to the meal, and that's actually what we do when we feel ourselves really hungry. And if you got what I mean, please write down below in the comments the meaning of this and complete some sentences. So I have an answer for you right now. To forage means to seek or to look for the food. Actually, when you feel so really hungry after the lessons, maybe you just forage, opening the fridge and foraging for the food. Yeah, like seeking what you really want to eat, and like maybe to quench your hungriness, to be much more like full. Yeah. So to forage means to seek for the food, to seek or look for the food greedily, especially when you feel so really starving. Maybe I actually do this when I come back from the school. Actually, when they also feed us there, I don't know why I feel myself a bit hungry. So because you just like spend a lot of energy while studying, while remembering or memorizing some new formulas, some new ideas. Like yeah, studying is every time requires like studying every time requires a lot of energy. So all the time, just take care of your health, take care of the ration that of food that you usually eat, and be always healthy and really healthy. So the seventh one is to despair, and the despair is actually related to desire or to something that you're striving to. So I'm gonna give you an example, and you should guess the meaning of this verb. For instance, after the admissions, after the failures that I've encountered during the admissions at university, I've just despaired and lost my confidence in myself. So how do you think? According to the sentence, according to the example, how do you think? What's the meaning of the word to despair? So you have some seconds to think about this, and now I'm gonna give you an example, give you an answer. To So you had some time to think about this, and right now the answer is here. To despair means to lose your confidence or to give up your dreams that you have been striving or aspiring to. It means that you lose confidence and give up something that you're doing or working on. To despair means this one. So the number 8 is to belie, and again concentrate and try to understand what does this verb mean according to the sentence that I'm gonna give you right now. So here's an example. She belied about her personality, saying that she's an 8th grader, but actually she's not. So according to the sentence, how do you think what does belie mean and why she belied? You have some time to think about this. So here's an example. Here's an answer. So here's an answer. To belie means to lie or deceive about the fact about yourself, or about the fact that actually exists. Yeah. For example, she belied about her personality. She belied that she's A-list grader, A grader, yeah, but she's not actually, since she has a lot of like bad marks at school and she doesn't study at all. Just according to the, I know, you can say activity, according to the thing that she is not so active during the lessons, and she always gets the wrong answer and she doesn't have any desire to study. It doesn't make any sense that she is an A grader. So she belied about the fact that she is an A grader. To belie means to deceive or decept about the fact, or about yourself. Yeah. So let's go to the next one. So the number 9 is to downsize. To downsize, the word downsize means to reduce the amount or the number of people who work in a workplace. Yeah. For instance, the boss drastically downsized his employers. So in this sense, it's unknown why he just drastically downsized the number of people there. It means that the boss just reduced the amount of people who work in this workplace, just like maybe firing some employers and just leaving some maybe best ones. Yeah. So drastically in the situation, drastically it's an adverb which means suddenly or unexpectedly. Yeah, something that happens really suddenly or unexpectedly. It means it's something that happens really drastically. Please write down into your copybook. And here we have the word to downsize. The verb downsize means to reduce the amount of people who work in a special workplace. Yeah, just working in workplace. Yeah, it may be like when you reduce the number, maybe just firing them. Yeah, the boss fired maybe some employers, reducing the number of people who just actually work there. So let's go to the next one. So number 10 is to endorse. To endorse, the verb endorse means to publicly support or to publicly maintain someone. For instance, she endorsed her friend during the elections of the president of the school. So during the elections of the president of the school, she like supported her friend publicly and voted for her, like maybe telling that let's vote for her, and like she just supported, showing her support and maintenance to her friend during the elections. It means that to endorse means to support someone publicly, yeah. In the public, yeah, just actually we can also say that the fans, the audience here supported the girl who just sang the high notes. Yeah, just endorsed her. They endorsed her. They just supported her publicly. So I hope that you got it. To endorse means to support someone publicly or like maintain, back up someone publicly. So the 11th one is to devise. To devise is the verb that means to invent or to make up some new thing, some new inventions maybe, yeah, to invent something new. For example, in the future, there are a lot of people who just promise, who just pledge that they will invent, and instead of saying invent, we can say they will devise a lot of inventions in the future. So as the technologies develop, so many inventions will be devised soon in the future. So let's wait for this. It means that to devise means to invent or to make something, to create something new technologically. Yeah. So technologically, yeah. So devise means to create or to invent something new. So the 12th one is to conform. The verb conform means to be like something or to relate to something, following the rules or obligations. For instance, these provisions have created some laws, some rules or obligations that states parties should conform to. They should follow this, means that they should follow to the rules. They should like do like the rules are just established. Yeah, so it means that they should follow to them. Another example is the weather conforms to the weather forecast that was actually declared yesterday. So they have told us that it will be raining tomorrow, and right now today and the next day we can see that it's raining actually. So the weather conforms to the weather forecast that was actually like declared or actually established or yesterday. So conform is to follow the rule to fit to something that was actually done. To conform, yeah. So if you didn't get this, just I'm gonna give you another example. Um, your essay conforms to the rules. Your essay conforms to the standards of the most important, most great essay. So number 13 is to feign. To feign means to pretend to be affected by something, by a feeling or injury. For instance, she asked her teacher to leave school since she felt she was a little bit ill, but she had like party tonight and she wanted to um, like bail school and said that she felt sick. So she feigned sickness to bail school, to skip school, and to make her own party. So it means that to feign means to pretend to be affected by something, to like that you feel sick, to make your like to create your party. So the number 14 is the verb to conflate. To conflate means to mix two things in order to get one. For example, she conflated black and no, she conflated red and yellow and finally got the color orange. So she conflated, she mixed these two colors in order to get one, it's orange. Or also you can say she conflated two mixtures to get one mass that she had been like achieving for long, she had been like she wanted to achieve during the experiment. So she finally got that mixing these two substances in order to get that mass. So to conflate means to mix two things in order to acquire one, actually, and eventually to get one something. Yeah. So finally, the 15th one is to adhere. To adhere, it's the verb that means to stick fast to something, especially to the surface or to the place. For example, glue actually doesn't um, glue actually doesn't adhere to the table if it's wet. Yeah, but if the table is wet, so the glue, it doesn't adhere to the surface of the table. So to adhere means to stick fast to something, to the surface of something, or to the object. Another verb is another example. That mixture adhered to the wall, or you can say your gum, just you have chew that gum and just like put it on the table and it just like it adheres to the table, to the surface of the table, so it means that it stick fast to the table. So thank you so much for watching this video. I was really happy to share with you these 15 advanced verbs and hope that you like them a lot. Please use them often in your speech, but don't overuse them. Every time try to make your speech really diverse and like make your speech really interesting to listen to. And these 15 advanced verbs that can also embellish your speech, to decorate them. Adding some these verbs are the details that can improve your level, that can also decorate your speech, that can embellish your speech. So use them really frequently and write below all the comments, creating a lot of like sentences. So thank you so much for watching. I hope to see you next time. See you there. Bye.